how to fix this computer that won't start. Creating this live video to show you how things work. So I have this Dell Inspiron 15. Whenever I start it, and I think all the keyboards are having an issue. So I'm going to show you the process of opening it through this live video. So I'm going to go ahead and open the PC. Then you see how we work on this PC that won't start. So the user to have this screw, and the user wants their data to be backed up on their new PC. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and remove the power port. Then I'm going to open it. So if you have this PC like this one, so I'm going to open it gently. So the keyboard is not working. For your case, you may use an external keyboard. But in my case, he has given a task to remove the data. So you make sure that you can so this is the hard drive. So you have the RAM inside. So whenever you open, you have to make sure you put the screws where it's safe. Then you have the hard drive here. So first of all, I'm going to open it. So in this process, you see how to remove the hard drive from your Dell Inspiron. So I want to go ahead and check on the keyboard. Plus, my work here was to remove data on this PC, then back it up on another PC. So in the process, I'm going to try that and see if the computer starts. So you remove the RAM. So in our case here, I have 4 GB of RAM, as you can see. So the next part here, I'm going to open the screws on this side so that you can access everything inside. So I'm going to open. Then the next step here, open. So you can also remove the hard drive slowly like this. And this is 500 GB. Yes. Then you put it aside. You unscrew, you put the screws aside. The next step here, more screws here. Then the next step, unscrew also here. So you want to see why this computer won't start. So in my case here, I'm trying to make it start using its keyboard. So we are going to go ahead. So screws, there's this one here also. So if I'm to go to my dashboard here, close. So you open this. So the next step, So you have to open it gently. Gently. Take push. So another part here, you have to make sure you remove that drive, the CD-ROM, so that things become easy. Then we get it out. You can push it like this. Okay. Move it gently. So you also get the CD-ROM out. Then the next part, so I want us to get to the, so I have another screw here. So sorry about the network. Put the battery aside. Then more screws here inside. So we are trying to recover. So our internet's having issues. So when you reach this point, you're going to go ahead and so we have our let me go ahead and so we have our keyboard that has issues. So in my case here, I'm going to open it from here gently. Then you have to make sure you look down so that it doesn't break anything. So in my case here, I have seen the keyboard where it connects. So what you do, so as you can see, this keyboard has issues. Inside here it's like water. It got some damage and I think it needs replacement, as you can see. So it has water and I don't think it will go back to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it gently and see how we go around this PC. So this is where you put that's where your keyboard is. So I'm going to go ahead and clean it. So if you get an issue like this, you have to go ahead and go and look for a keyboard. In my case, this is the model number and serial. And this is how you see that the keyboard had, I think they poured some things inside. And this is how it looks like. So when your keyboard gets maybe pour juice, anything, sodas to get spoiled, because so like here you can see there's some damage on the keyboard. So what I'm going to do, it's very simple. I'm going to go ahead and connect this hard drive to another PC in case I have this other PC here. Then I get the data for the user. They got a new PC and they need their data on the hard drive. So I'm not going to go ahead to keyboard because we don't have one yet. So I'm going to go back and fix back everything and see how this goes. So right now I'm going to go back and put it back. So in our case, you do this. I've cleaned it a bit. After cleaning, because I tried to press F1 and did not work out. So you have to press it gently back. Okay, so this is how it goes in. So let me try to power on this PC without the hard drive, without the RAM. But I'm going to first put the RAM so that we see if we can click anything. Because without the RAM, the computer won't start. So I'm going to put it here. Then after, I'm going to go ahead and connect because even the battery itself is not working. So the PC is now starting and it's now trying to reboot the machine. So let's see what happens. So that said press any key. So when you press any key, let me try to boot by pressing Ctrl Alt Delete. So I've pressed a key. Let me see if it goes somewhere. So the keys are not working. Let me press F12. F12 and see. So the keyboard has worked and now it has worked with some buttons because here I can't click to go down, but you can use the numbers, they are working. So let me go ahead and put back the hard drive and see, because after cleaning the keyboard I managed to click, and if I try to click start, it doesn't work. So I have these numbers, they are clicking this side. So let's go ahead and switch it off So this is a progress. So let's go ahead and put back the hard drive and see what goes to work again. So hard drive goes in like this. So I have to make sure. Let me go ahead and see. So you go ahead and put it here. Then after you push this, then it goes in. So I want this computer to reboot so that when I take it to the user, they can at least you see the Windows boot. So we go ahead and put back the power port and see if we get any good news. So the power cord is now on. So my goal is to make sure the Windows start. The Windows start, then we see, because I could not go ahead and start this PC. So let's wait for it and see if the Windows will work. Then after, so it's booting. I don't know what's happening right now. So I wait for it to start. So let me power it off again and start it again with our key. So it goes to the black screen. Then it is starting the Windows. It's now preparing. So at first I could not even go to this point. So after cleaning the keyboard, we are seeing some progress after opening it. So what normally happens when the keyboard doesn't work, you have to make sure you can use an external keyboard. Sometimes that drive, if your PCs, if you like this PC here, it got some dirt in the keyboard and some keys are not working. But if your keyboard is not working, you can use an external keyboard. So you can see here, it shows that the Windows crashed and the user wants their data. So they're trying to tell me to press enter. Enter is not working, but if I press enter this side, the enter works this side. So let's see what we get after pressing that enter. So the Windows crashed on this PC and it has stayed like for some good years without opening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and switch it off again and power it on, then click F12. So F12 happened to work, plus when I press here, we go up, then let's go to enter, try to open the drive. So the Windows will do the same to start to repair. So I think in my case here, you can install new Windows after correcting the problem in case you have an issue with the keyboard. So in my case here, this is how it came in, but my work today is to recover the data, then put it on the hard drive, then we see how things goes. Like if the client wants to fix the keyboard, they have to go ahead and buy another keyboard for this Dell Inspiron. So on the other side, I have another Dell Inspiron, and today I'm going to go ahead and I'll install maybe Ubuntu Linux to go ahead and copy the data. Because you see we have another issue. So this won't start. I'm telling you to click F8. So F8 is working. Let's see how far we can go with F8. See how far we can go with F8. So F8. So the Windows crashed on this PC. So we have to install new Windows. So if I can't continue, we are going to go ahead and shall stop the live video from here if things don't go well. But in my case here, so your PC needs to be prepared. The operating system could not load. They are missing. It crashed. So let's go ahead and switch it off. Let me try and go to the F12 again. So if I go to F12, let me go and see. So let me go to options. So I'll click enter from here. So this will take me to the BIOS. It shows the time, correct. So you're going to go and click the arrows. So this arrow works. Then after, I want you to go ahead and seeing advanced, go this side. I'm going to go to boot options. Then this one on top. Let's first go back. Okay. So escape is not working. So I'm going to repeat the process again. So you go to F12, you go down, enter the BIOS. So in this video, you can see how other options you can use if in case these buttons don't work. So I'm going to click this. Other step, I'm going to go here. And I go down here. Then I say disable that. And you go down here and you put it to this Vegas. Then after here, let's see if F10 works to save changes. F10 doesn't work. So if I go to this, I'll go ahead and say save changes without. I'm going to go save, yes. Then after, we're going to restart again. If it doesn't give us anything, we shall go ahead and stop this video, and then I do the backup from the hard drive. So the quickest way to do backup, you have to get a live boot for maybe Ubuntu Linux or any other Linux operating system that will run without installing. Yes, that's how you go ahead and fix your PCs if you need any backup. So it is now running, and in case we don't get anything, I'll just go ahead and screw the screw in, then wait to see how we go around this PC. So as you can see, you're not getting any feedback. So I'm going to go ahead and it is preparing. So when you take long to use the computer, still the windows will open, but if you have very many things on your desktop, the computer will crash and to require you to install new windows. So in my case here, I'm going to go ahead, because when I got it, could not even reach to this point. I could not click anything, but after cleaning on the keyboard, at least I have some buttons that work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for this repair. If it doesn't go to the next options, we shall just go ahead and put the drive to this PC. So you see, the Windows crashed. So when you reach this point, you cannot go anywhere. So we require to install new Windows. But if you install Windows right now without backing up the data, so the user will lose their data. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the hard drive. So I move it gently this side, and I'm going to put back the screws, everything back to how it was. So if we go ahead and install Windows, the computer will come back to normal, but you still have issues for the hard drive, for the keyboard. In my case, I have issues with the keyboard, but it can still work. So let me go ahead and put back close in here. So today's video, I've managed to open the keyboard, and the keyboard has worked with some buttons. So we put back our screws here. Then inside here we had some other screws. So I'm going to go ahead and put back this one here. So I have to make sure I remember where I removed the screws. So this was just a video to show you how we troubleshoot the PC that won't start. So I put back this screw again. You have then you have this here. Record. Let me see. Put back this here. So for those parts that so let me go ahead and so these are screws for the hard drive. Then so at this point, I'm going to remove this. Then let me put another screw here. One in. The hard drive. Then there's another screw that came from this side. So I'm going to go ahead and so I have some screws here. I'm not going to close it fully. So what happens here, I'm going to take back this here. Because we have stopped in the middle of the work. So we're going to go ahead and put back this. How it was. So you go ahead and put it down here like this. Then I'll put back the battery. Then I'm having these other screws, I'll put them back. So the next step here, what we have done in this video was just to check if this computer will continue to work or not. So the issue is on the keyboard mostly. The keyboard is not working, but after the keyboard working, you have to make sure that the hard drive has Windows that can boot. So in our case here, the hard drive crashed, and I'm going to go ahead and do my best to recover the data from the hard drive, then return it to the user, because they have another PC and they want their data and photos from this site. So I can't risk installing new Windows just to start it. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that I do backup the hard drive from scratch, like in the normal backup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop from here. So if you got a chance to watch this video, I could not make the computer reboot very well. I'm going to go ahead and back up the data through connecting to another PC, and I'll be using Linux operating system to reboot this computer. So if this video is helpful, please subscribe to this channel. And this is my third live stream. I've never done a live stream fixing a computer like this. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and like, share this video for those who want to open the PC. Yes, because this PC, when you want to open the keyboard, you just go and open it from here. So in my case here, I was showing you how to open and how to start, because it was showing us the black screen. Could not. So the keyboard, I tried to clean it inside, managed to make these other keys work. So this computer will need a new keyboard and Windows installed, plus if the keyboard don't have that time to look for the keyboard, you can also connect an external keyboard. So thanks for watching. If this video is helpful, please subscribe to this channel. Have a nice time. Goodbye.